Boker Tov, we're in Mishlei Perek Chavdalet, Pasuk Lamed. A famous quote from Mishlei, these three Pesukim. Al Sedeh ish atzel avarti. I passed by the field of a lazy person. Ve'al kerem adam chaser lev. And the vineyard of a person who's lacking his heart. His heart is not into his field, into his vineyard. Ve'ine alach hulo kimshonim. It was overgrown by thorns. Kasu panav charulim, and its face was covered with weeds. The geder avanav neherasa, and the stone wall as a protection has been broken. Ve'echezeh anochi, I see this, ashit libi, I take it to heart. Ra'iti lakachti musar, and I learned a lesson from this. The obvious lesson is don't be lazy, or else you're going to have nature overthrow your field. Thorns and weeds are going to grow, and don't be lazy. Take care of your field. The Gaon of Vilna says, he brings long proofs. There's a few Kabbalistic things over here, but he says as follows, that Sadeh is referring to a person of halachot, and the Kerem, the vineyard, is a person of agadot, which is the stories of the Torah, which also reveal a lot of secrets, because a vineyard is wine, nichnas yain yatzasod, when wine goes in, the secrets of a person comes out. That's referring to the secrets of the Torah. And therefore he says that these people that have halachot, that have agadot, a person that has Torah, you have to still always keep on your game. And you can't let it go. You can't just be lazy in your learnings. Okay, I learned already for all this time. I know it already. Let me just chill for the rest of my life. Let me not keep up my learning. Let me be lazy with it. God forbid it could grow weeds. It could fall away. And here he says that kamshonim is in the pasuk is thorns, charulim are weeds, and he says not just any types of weeds. It seems like it's some sort of poison ivy that burn you when you touch it. And basically what's going on over here is that all facets of Torah could be lost due to laziness. And people that think that, okay, I already did this, I know it, and let me just carry on without putting effort into it. I remember having a conversation with someone, and he said, well, I know that already. I was born in a yeshiva. He made that comment. I don't think he spent a day in yeshiva in his life. And, he said it because maybe that when he grew up, the people around him were religious. I think he's Shomer Shabbat now, but I don't think that he any connection to real Torah learning. People think like, yeah, I grew up with it, or people around me were like it. So, it has to be a personal thing. It needs real effort. So the Gaon of Vilna over here explains that these three things that are mentioned here, thorns and weeds and the fence is broken, is referring to midot ra'ot, ma'asim ra'im, and Torah. So he says like this, that if a person lets go, okay, yeah, I've been religious all this time, I don't need to put in extra effort, then unfortunately midot ra'ot, bad midot, come about. Ma'asim ra'im, bad actions come about, and the fence is everybody makes fences for themselves not to breach certain types of mitzvot. Even those fences will fall apart. I'm dealing with a case now, someone that they crossed the red line. They broke a fence that was let's just say it's not the case. Let's just say eating not kosher. Like that's always been a strong fence for someone, and then now, like they break that. They're in the middle of nowhere. There's what's the big deal? All the workers are eating with McDonald's. Say, come on, just eat it, and then okay, and then but that's you're breaking a fence, and unfortunately, being lazy in a person's avodat Hashem, weeds could grow, meaning midot raot, bad actions, and God forbid, breaking of fences, breaking of red lines, where a person thought like, yeah, I'll never do that, I'll never cross that red line. God forbid, they could get to that point. But learning Torah, that's the number one way to strengthen the wall, to strengthen and to overcome one's laziness. Also, the last pasuk that we mentioned, a person says, I saw this and I took a lesson from this. And obviously the lesson is, number one, don't be lazy. Don't be lazy in the physical world, don't be lazy with your avodat Hashem. And also that there's a yetzer hara. That's the main thing over here that's going on. There's a yetzer hara that through laziness, through being lax, chips away at a person. And therefore, he says, just like the yetzer hara is called arum, the nachash was called naked, but arum also means like conniving. We also have to be conniving with the yetzer hara. We also have to do things to advance us in a roundabout way. I heard once a person that was on a diet, and to ensure that he was keeping to his diet, he knew he was going to go somewhere to a dinner, and it was going to be a dairy dinner. And he knew he might indulge over the dinner, etc. So what did he do right before the diet? He put a chicken finger in his mouth, and he knew now for the next 6 hours he can't eat dairy. So that way, he gets to the thing, he knows he's meat. He's not going to eat dairy. So that's like a trick for the diet. We have to think of types of tricks as well, for guarding ourselves with the mitzvot. A person knows that he's going to go somewhere, he might see bad things, and so he leaves his glasses at home. So okay, I could make it there to that place, but different. It's just a trick that came to my mind, but different types of tricks, different types of things to make sure that he could overcome the yetzer hara, overcome his laziness. Bezrat Hashem, may we do so, strengthen our walls, strengthen our red lines, and Bezrat Hashem have good maasim and good midot tovot. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen. V'Amen. V'Chananya B'Nak Hashem Amar Etzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lezakot et Yisrael. לפיכך הרבה להם תורה ומצוות, שנאמר, אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, הגדיל תורה וידיר קדיש על ישראל. אמן.